Howdy guys, how's it going? So you know what? I have been just grinding this Damascus camo and all this good old stuff, and I've got the RPGs. And now the thing with the RPGs is I hate it a lot, and it has been extremely frustrating just dying again and again, game after game. So I was sitting there and I was just contemplating life, and I thought an interesting subject came up in my mind. And that subject just happened to be, how come men can't hit women, but women can hit men? Now hang on, wait a minute before I lose all y'all. I'm not talking about when the liquored up husband beats his, small petite wife because the meatloaf was too dry. I ain't talking about that at all. That kind of domestic violence shouldn't happen. It's horrible. All those men should fall and fracture their penis. But what I'm talking about is when you have a man that comes toe to toe with a wildebeest of a woman, he's not allowed to hit her just because she has a vagina, despite the fact she probably has more testosterone coursing through her veins than he does. So now, before the frustration blowing myself up with the RPG got to me, I had to say, I'm gonna take a break from Modern Warfare, and I want to just kind of take a little bit of dive down an internet rabbit hole when it comes to the association of men beating women. Because as all of you intelligent individuals might know or might not know, it tends to go both ways. Because I've known a handful of men whose women like to beat them around when nobody is looking. But now this seems to be a very polarizing topic, because there is still a group of people out there that actually believe it's okay to, just straight up backhand your woman anytime, she looks at you the wrong way, or if she gets a smell of another man's cologne. And, like I said, that's not okay. Anytime I look into a controversial topic, I like to get a feel for both sides, just so you can have a well-educated opinion on the matter. And that was when I come across this video on Twitter from some godforsaken news station in Uganda about this politician who straight up said, as a man, you need to discipline your wife, touch her a bit, tackle her, and beat her to streamline her.
As a man, you need to discipline your wife. You need to, touch her a bit, and you tackle her and you beat her somehow, to really streamline her.
Now look, I don't know what, the whole dating scene and all that gold stuff's looking like in Uganda, but I doubt this guy right here is too hot with the ladies. I know culture plays a big role in marital relationships and even just dating relationships, but I just don't see how tackling your wife and slapping her silly is going to help streamline anything. But now the good news is, though, now for those situations like we just seen where there's a politician in some godforsaken country just beating the beans out of his woman, you run across those stories where women give the men the what for in the appropriate circumstances. And that was when I come across this video on Twitter of this 82-year-old powerlifter lady that smacked around a 28-year-old man that tried to break into her house.
I'm alone and I'm old, but guess what? I'm tough. And you want to know what happens? He picked the wrong house to break into. I took that table and I went to working on him.
This woman literally beat this man half to death with a table, okay?
And guess what? The table broke and it had metal legs, and I'm jugging him. And when he's down, I'm jumping on him.
Dang it. She's even attacking this poor fella while he's down on the ground.
And the telephone is still on for 911. I'm running in the kitchen. There's a bottle of baby shampoo on the table. I grabbed the shampoo, and guess what? He's still on the ground, in his face, all of it, the whole thing. And he's trying to get up.
She is making this man cry with baby shampoo. Baby shampoo's supposed to be tear-free.
And he's pulling. And I got the broom. And he's pulling the broom. And I'm hitting him. I'm hitting him with the broom. Hitting him. And guess what? He wants to get the heck out of there. And I'm trying to help him get out of the house. But he's too heavy. I can't move him. He's dead weight. And at that time, the police arrived on the porch.
Look, all I can say with that story is he got lucky the police showed up when they did, because I have a feeling he wouldn't have lasted much longer. That's a good story of where a woman, just straight up jacks up some dude that didn't have no business being in her business. But what about when it's not, a nice old lady defending herself? What about when it comes down to, a woman just straight up beating the poon out of a man just because she can? I found this website, I guess it's a blog, something along those lines, but it's called Science Norway, and the title of this article was Beaten by Their Wives. A direct quote from this website was from a guy who was getting beat up by his woman, and he said, "So that I fell on the floor, she sat on top of me and started hitting me in the face. The children were watching and started to cry." So this woman has just come in, threw this man to the ground, sat on him, because I'm sure, you know, she wasn't light. In order for her to be able to pin the man down, she probably weighed about 350, 400 pounds, and then just started going to town on his face while her kids sit there and watch. And see, that's where domestic violence is just bad all around. Like, anytime there's children involved, and there's no winners, and the kids always lose. In a situation, like if there's a grown woman who is just sitting on my body and repeatedly throwing blows to my face, then you better believe she's going to catch an uppercut to a titty or two. Okay, now look, so now this video wasn't made to make fun of, you know, domestic violence, or, you know, just straight up jacking up some woman just because, you know, like I said, she done something completely insignificant that doesn't justify hitting. You should follow the old golden rule, you know, keep your hands to yourselves, treat others the way you should be treated, because, you know, it's no laughing matter. Because on the hotline.org, they had some statistical data that said on average 24 people per minute are victim of rape, physical violence, and stalking. Now look, stalking's something to look at later, because that can be, you know, that can be relatively harmless. But by an intimate partner in the United States, more than 12 million women and men over the course of a year, okay? So now look, it goes both ways. Just like if a woman is threatening you with a weapon, like let's say she has a knife or a gun and you have nothing, and you're a man and you're a lot bigger, you're stronger, you're badder, a reincarnation of Arnold Schwarzenegger, then it's very justified for you to go and jack that woman up so she don't hurt you. But on the flip side, you know, if you're just treating your woman like a rag doll for your own amusement, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. Now look, I think we're going to end it on that. So look, guys, let me know if these kind of videos where we just touch on topics with some gameplay playing in the background is something that you're interested in watching. If you find it entertaining, whatever, just, you know, suggest some topics. I'm thinking about hitting up Reddit and Twitter and just seeing what we can find and what we can throw together, because this is a great way to, you know, just mix up the content, and these are really fun to make. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit me up in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to share this with your friends, and until the next one, adios.